Oh, there we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you for being here. I'll just start with welcome back. Um, and you may notice a few little changes here in the shed. We didn't go live last week. It was pouring down rain and it was just terrible. Plus, we had a few other things going on, so decided to take the Tuesday night off and have a bit of a break, catch up on a few things like putting the feet up and watching some TV. And yeah, then we're progressing along, getting a few other things done. So we might start with a few shout outs for all our regulars. Thank you for the continued support that you're giving us. It's fantastic. And hello to any of the new faces that might be out there. I'll start with some hellos. We've got Paul, G, we've got Dogface, we've got Peter, Emma's in here. She's got in on time. Who else is in here that I've met? Bill, g'day Bill. Mum and Dad are watching over on Facebook, or Dad probably is. And who else have I missed here? And let's keep going back. Yeah, it's about it. Oh, missed opportunities. A new viewer. Thanks, new subscriber, I think too. So thanks, missed opportunities. Be interested to see how you came up with that name. But anyway, welcome. By all means, welcome. So this is the shed behind me. As I said, you can see a few changes, a few little changes. In fact, we've got. Let's bring this up here. Go there. Got a few. No, I don't want that one. Let's hide that one. I don't know why that's there. There we go. We got a few different views. Yeah, Emma, we're early. Yeah, absolutely right, G. Nightbot will be here soon. Dogface, g'day, mate. How are you? Thanks for being here. Few little changes. We've had a bit of a move around. If you've seen the thumbnail, Dad was up on Saturday giving me a bit of a hand while I was outside doing some stuff. The wife has also given me a hand doing a few things around here. We've been doing a few different bits and pieces. We've had rain. We've had pretty much had it all, thunderstorms, all that sort of thing. So there's the old camera view with our brackets on, which hopefully I'm going to get rid of. Do a firmware update on that camera, and maybe a couple other things. We'll see what happens. But anyway, we've had it. Like I said, we've had a shift around. The tender's now there for the moment. The front forks are leaning up against the boiler, and yeah, generally speaking, the shed was getting a bit untidy. So I like to try and keep a steady, a pretty clean shed here, and just stopped and pulled the pin and cleaned up and moved things around. And a new addition is this camera. It's overhead from the bench. It's a bit zoomed in compared to what I thought it would be. However, it's a webcam, and you can see that's the front axle at the moment. And showing you some of the wear on the front axle. And that's what Dad finished cleaning up for me on the just getting all the stuff off. Yeah, Nightbot's in the house. I'll just play catch up in the chat very shortly. But you're right, George, or the G-Man. It's time for tea. Yeah, it's time for tea. And if we go back over to our other view here, we've got the old lathe. We've got the lathe cam. I haven't done anything on the lathe for a while except clean it up. Needed a bit of a clean up, of course. So what have we been doing? Well, we had this cleanup. We've had a lot of rain, so that I had plans to take the front rolls down and get them sandblasted, That didn't happen because of the rain. They're still sitting here. They're now outside instead of just sitting here. We haven't done a lot on the roller, but there's been little bits and pieces like the rearranging, cleaning up the what's her name, the front axle, and that's about it, to tell you the truth. Steaming day was down at Old Petrie Town on last Sunday. So I was on the steam roller down there, which I did a live stream from. You can all go back and watch that. We have a rides trailer now that we need to just bring up, make a few changes, make it a bit better, a bit more user-friendly, and we can start carrying people around behind the various engines, and people can go for a ride. Righto, I'll just go back through the chat and just do a bit of quick. Oh my God. Now, yeah, Emma, we are a little bit early. I brought it forward that little bit more. Our friends in the southern states, it's 8:30 for them. I thought 8:45 was maybe getting a little bit late for some of them. So I brought it that, just brought it forward that 15 minutes just to make that difference. And I don't think it's made any much of a difference. And shout out to one of our regulars who's not here tonight, and that's Cody. Cody, the Aussie Yellowstar Framboni, or one of the two anyway. He's been a bit crook lately. He's got a cough. He's trying to get over that. I hope he, wishing you well, mate. I hope you get well soon. So what are we going to talk about tonight? Well, let's talk about keeping the shed clean and having a drink. Keeping the shed clean, I just like to be organised. Hang on, let's get my big buffing on here. I just like to be a bit organised at what I do. I know sometimes it's a little bit disorganised. It also sorts out what we're going to do, how we're going to go about it, all that sort of thing. So that's the reason why sometimes I just stop, have a clean up, have a rearrange, all that sort of stuff. There's the other part of the shed which you can't see at the moment. Actually, let's make a change. Just flick over to the other webcam there and give you a heads up. There we go. Righto. That's the other webcam. It's a little bit overexposed, but you get the general idea. Hang on. Yeah, anyway, you get the idea. That's the other side of the shed. So that's the shelf where we've got a bunch of different stuff on. A lot of the parts off the forklift. Some that need. It's not too bad. It's a bit grainy. It's got a little ring light that cam. It was on sale, so I thought, yeah, we'll give it a try. It's probably not exactly what I thought it would be, but compared to the other one that I've got sitting up above the computer, which is way better. But anyway, it is what it is. It'll come in handy for different things. The whole idea was to have it aimed over the bench to see what's going on, get close-ups and so on and so forth. Bill, I started early. This dumb light saving is worse than last time. Bill's down in Tasmania, mate. Yeah, for some people it's good, others it doesn't affect us. And g'day to Joanne, Yoda girl. Joanne's all the way over in America. Joanne, thanks for being up so early. I hope you're doing well. And Peter's firing on all cylinders as normal. You reckon I need more cameras, Pete? Yeah, maybe we do. Maybe. Well, I could actually crank up the mobile phone and plug that in as well. So there's another camera for you. So how many cameras do we need? Well, yeah. Anyway, let's see what happens. Look, because of the way things have been lately. Yeah, I haven't got to. Actually, I've got a bit to talk about. Let's play with that other camera. I'll get that other camera. You'll see me play with the other camera. We've got things to talk about. I can move this camera around, and we'll talk about this front axle. There we go. So this bit of, as you can see here, this bit of checker plate is going to be like the backboard. And I've got to start putting some tools onto that because I haven't got anything on there whatsoever. So the whole idea of having a camera here is to look down on stuff like this, like the front axle. So this is the way we took it out. And you can go back and watch that live stream. That was an interesting one. I had quite a few people shouting at me when we were doing it. But to the uninitiated, which I am, it was a little bit, not daunting, but just difficult. Doing things on the live stream is not as easy as what you think, especially when you haven't done it before. So this is the top side of the axle. So this is the side that was facing up. We have done crack testing on it and didn't find any flaws in it. So as far as I know, this piece of steel, which is 2.5 inches in diameter, or about, let me have a look on the conversion chart here, for a 2.5, so 63.5 millimeters for those in the metric world. Oh, yeah. The wife was telling me you dropped some shirts off this afternoon. Well, I'm glad you had a snoop. That's all right. I don't mind. Roger, g'day, Roger. G'day, mate. Thanks for being here, Roger. Now, Roger's normally not in the live chat. He comes back later on, mainly because he's doing his karate, his martial arts down at the dojo, and hopefully you're still doing that, Roger. I'm sure you am, but thanks for being here, mate. Welcome to the live stream. Right, so getting back onto the axle, it's, where are we? Oh, take this. The shaft weighs about, I don't know, 30 odd kilos or something like that. So it's 4 foot, 6.5 inches long, 2.5 inch diameter of good old steel made in Leeds. I won't say Sheffield because it might be Sheffield steel. I don't know where Fowler's got their round bar from. Probably made in Leeds somewhere at a steel mill. Let's go back this way. So right here is the middle of the shaft, and the way, let's stop that from rolling. Let's get one of the bearings, which we've got floating around here. As you can see, we're really organised as usual. And we're going to put one of those bearings. Let's go for a walk over here. found it over on the shelf in a bucket where I put it with all the other bits and pieces. Ooh, excuse me. So in the front rolls, right, there are these bearings, right? So there's, what is there? There's two. So there's one here in the middle. There's another one, which we can't see. Move this down. There's another one right here on the end. So we can. There we go. So that's the end of the shaft. That goes in the housing. There's a hole in there. As you can see, a pin goes through, holds it in place. So there's a bearing here and there's a bearing there. There's nothing in between. It's just a void, basically. These bearings have worn. On one end, you can see where they're worn. They are slightly oval. I haven't measured them, but before, when I picked up the rolls, you could see them move when I picked them up by forklift. And they have worn probably a good millimetre or two on the shaft. I had thought about, there's a couple of different ways you could repair this shaft if you're going to use it again, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go for a new shaft. Steel of this size is readily available, and they might have a piece at work, which I can go and pick up, and I just have to drill some holes. I'm going to obviously have to get some new bearings made, whether I get them cast or just buy the bronze from one of the suppliers. I'm just not sure yet. So that way that'll take any of the slop that's in the shaft out, which there is a fair bit of slop, to tell you the truth. And you could weld this up as in spray welding, or you could, but it's going to take a lot of work, and that's why it's not worth actually doing anything with, because the amount of work you put into this to getting it back to usable condition is just not worth it. I could probably put it in the lathe and skim it up, take a cut, clean it up so it comes down to a nominal size, and make these bearings, these new bearings, slightly smaller on the inside diameter, but the actual ends of the shaft go into the housing on the forks, which are, I'll show you over here, if it hasn't gone to sleep already. Yep, it's gone to sleep. Hang on a second. That should be back on. Get that picture up. There we go. These are the front forks here. These here. Just take that down a little bit more. Now, for most of us who are involved with road steamrollers, or traction engines, most of you know this stuff, but some of our audience are not familiar with all the bits and pieces. So, so this is the front forks, as I was explaining before, and the shaft goes into here. And this is a set size. I could machine it down and put a sleeve on here and all that sort of stuff. But like I said, it's just going to be easier to put a new shaft in there, especially when I can get material so easily available. Right, let's get back on the screen here. I catch up in the chat. Hope everyone's been Been good. G'day, Dan. Welcome. Um, oh my God, what can I say to them? I'm not even going to put some of this stuff on the screen. Thanks, Dan, for being here, and everyone else. You guys crack me up, you really do. It's crazy. But in the meantime, there are things going on in the background. I'm thinking about things, trying to organise things and all that sort of stuff. Hello, have I gone dead, Pete? Test 1, 2. Yeah, everything's on. Hello, have we lost communications over? Oh no. Can everyone hear me, or are we gone dead? Can you hear me, or are we dead? No. All right, let's try them. What's going on here? Oh, okay. Dan says we can hear you. Okay, what's Peter on about? Geez, Peter, giving me a bum steer. Yeah, it's just Pete playing up. All right, I'll have to. Oh, righto. Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay. Right, that should sound better. Sorry, folks. A jacket? The grey gaming zone. Have a jacket? Sorry, mate. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't sell anything. I'm not pushing anything. You might have to go to another channel for that. Right. Yeah, righto, Peter. Should have. Yeah, I screwed that up, mate. Thanks for that. Much better now. Yeah. All right. All right. Maybe I should just repeat myself. Maybe I might get Pete repeat up here to repeat himself. Right. I'll just go back over here. Okay. So you can hear me clearly now. I'll do the short version. Much better. Yeah, sorry, mate. I'm not selling anything at the moment. I appreciate you being here and viewing. You're a new viewer. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I don't do anything like that. Maybe down the track. And it's summertime. I'm here in Australia. It's summertime for us almost. So we very rarely wear jackets. But cheers, man. Appreciate you tuning into the live. So this is the shaft out of the front rolls. It's got quite a bit of wear on it. I'll just explain this again because I didn't have my audio settings done properly. There's wear on the shaft and there's wear in the bearings. And as explained before, there's in the front rolls, there's one bearing here and then there's another one over here. Just this is the center of the shaft. So there's wear there, and it's just not worth, playing around trying to get that sorted. We just put a brand new shaft in. Yes, Peter, you're absolutely right. I need a voice in my ear. We have talked about that before. Yeah, I don't know, Dan. You might have left your jacket in Emma's car or down your shed or something like that. Socks, dog face. Sorry, mate, I don't do socks either. Socks and undies set. Yeah, thanks, Pete. Oh, and jacket jumpers, beanies. A long time. Bill, Righto, Pete. Put an order in for Bill on Temu, mate. Get him some stuff, mate. Yeah, I look. Yeah, we can't unsee that, Peter. I shouldn't have put that up. That's just crazy. Emma, I think you're going to have to tow Peter into line. Anyway, I know he likes to play up. Yeah, that's it. Hey, one thing we might be doing in the future is probably a giveaway of a mug, coffee mug, a tea mug, whatever. We still got a bit of work to do in the wife's shed, but we do have the capabilities of putting things on mugs. So excuse me. We may be looking at doing something like that along the lines of the steamroller side of things. Flat cap. No, I don't have one of those. Yeah, you'd have to get one from the UK or something like that. Embroidery, might do embroidery. Well, that's what you can see on the shirt here. I'll just get myself back on here. This is embroidery that my wife has done. That's actually the logo for the club at Petrie. This is an old shirt. On the back, there's another design which didn't quite go right. So it's a nice, comfortable shed. Stubby holders, yeah. Well, actually, we have done a bunch of those. My wife's daughter, my stepdaughter, got married not so long ago, and my wife did a bunch of stubby coolers. They took a long time, but that's something we can look at. But that's going to be further down the line. We're still trying to get back on top of things here. So, yeah. Well, it's only a short one tonight, so I'm going to put the link in the chat if anybody wants to come on and have a chat. If not, I will. I shall wrap it up fairly early. We're just getting back into the swing of things after taking our little break, and yeah, a few little technical hitches, and I was hoping to get more done, but just didn't. Yeah. Right. So, Head, thanks, mate. For those of you not familiar, the comment here on the screen now, Head Jones has a Fowler T3 roller. He's done a fantastic restoration of it. There's a guy called Eyes of a Penguin who have taken some fantastic photos of your roller, Head, and I've used those before, and they're absolutely fantastic. The wear is on the bottom, and it is in 4 sections. I just can't quite show you that. I can, if you want, I can send you some photos on Facebook and show you where the wear is. But there's quite. I understand what you're saying, but there really is quite a lot of play there, and I'm this far down on the build, on the rebuild, so I'm gonna just put a new one in and go from there. So yeah, so there's wear all along the shaft. Actually, I'll get a close-up shot. Hang on. Sorry, folks. Emma, I see you in the background there. Just hang on. I'll go back. Take that off. Thanks for being here, Head. I really appreciate you being here. Right, let's go here. There we go. Right. So what you're looking at there is the bottom of the shaft. It's one of the bearings. The other bearings are still sitting in the rolls, which are outside. And yeah, no worries. Yeah, I thought so too, Emma, until I saw Head's comment. So this is the actual bottom. Let's get a, hang on. Okay, so we're going to go for a wander down. So that's the middle. Right, that's the middle. You can see the wear there. We come to the outside and we can see more wear there. You can tell the wear in terms of difference. And then we roll it over, and that's actually the top where it sits in the forks. That's worn as well. And same with the other end. It's, yeah, you just can't quite see. I haven't got enough length on the, it is worn. You can just make that out. And we can also, hopefully we can make that out. You can still see the lathe tool marks from where it was machined all those years ago. Just there where my finger is. It's probably not as pronounced as down further, but that's the situation. So we're just going to call it at that. Right, so we're still live. We've still got about just under 10. We've got 9 of us watching now. And you come in when you're ready to go, Emma. Well, do you want to? And Pete's here as well. So there's Pete. There he is. Hang on. And we'll have Peter and Emma joining us. So let me bring everyone in. Hello. How are we?
If I can make you all seasick.
Yeah.
That helps.
How are you, Peter, Emma and Peter?
I'm great.
So for those of you not seen who's on screen before, Peter's up in North Queensland. Emma's about 3/4 of an hour south of me. Emma's oh God, I'm getting tongue-tied. Emma, you own a Fowler
Steamroller, yes.
Right. Engine numbers
16771.
16771, where I have 16930. So yeah. And Dan's being cheeky. How is everyone?
Yeah, I'm good. I've been up your way all day.
Yes, I see that. Are you alive, Peter? You're not just a figurehead?
Yeah, something moved. I saw it move.
Yeah, I'm adjusting my microphone.
Yeah, have a sip of water.
That's better.
Oh, that sounds a bit better.
Yeah, I was playing around with it earlier today.
Oh, okay. Well, now some bloke in the chat said he owns a broken Land Rover. Is that a common thing with Land Rover owners?
Why is it broken this time?
Electrical.
And I need more information on that.
Peter, you might be able to help Dan with his Land Rover. You're a mechanic.
I can help with the Land Rover. I've got a oxy torch somewhere.
I think you need a match. But yeah, no, I'm just interested to see where it's broken.
Give it enough time.
It wasn't broken last time I saw it.
Sorry, Emma?
It wasn't broken last time I saw it.
Oh, okay. What sort of Land Rover does Dan have?
110 Discovery.
An old one?
I suppose it's got wheels, has it?
Yeah, it's not a bad vehicle.
When it's running.
He should jump in the chat and tell us himself. He's got a face for radio.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed he hasn't. We'd make him laugh, and that's not good because he's
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He's got some broken ribs and stuff.
That's right. Yes. Yes. We talked about that in your live stream last time.
Yeah. So I think he's, I don't know.
200 TDI. Turbo
200
diesel
TDI
injected.
there. Well, yeah. Yeah, next week we should.
Fancy
Yeah,
name
that'd
for
be
more complications.
Anyway, it's not a bad vehicle. I mean, it's one of those things that eventually that there's no rust in it.
Well, that's a good thing.
You just got to keep at it and fix all the things that get broken. Anyway.
I haven't worked on my car in 5 years. It still runs every time I turn the key.
What do you got, Pete?
Little Suzuki Swift 96. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, well, I got a 97 Holden Rodeo, and it's a great car. It's just a little bit thirsty on fuel, but anyway, does the job.
That's all right. So, yeah, I didn't get any castings done much, but I went up to the foundry. We have this.
I thought
thing.
I thought you had cast something, but it didn't work very well.
We have some engine castings that are okay.
Okay.
Let's get rid of these. Like that.
You're making the screen bigger. It doesn't make any difference.
Why not? Yeah, it does.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah.
There.
So this is the current project.
Yep. And that's the chime whistle.
Yes, it's fairly big.
Yep.
It's fairly heavy.
Is that full size?
That's full size. I cast this bit. What I'm going to do, because this has a funny return on top, which is important.
Yep.
Right. Which means that if you cast it all in one bit, you've either got to put a core in it or do something else, because you can't fill this up with sand and ram it and then get it out past the lip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So what we're going to do is make it in two pieces, which has its own challenges.
Yep.
We're going to machine the lip on them so that they fit together. Then we're either going to TIG braze them or silver solder it together.
Yep.
And then silver solder or TIG braze the valve in the bottom as another piece with a core in it and everything. Keep the weight down. And this piece, which isn't a particularly good casting because it wasn't a particularly good pattern, that goes in the middle.
Yeah.
And that supports the reed plate and the rod that holds the bell down. This weighs about 2.5 kilos. So the rest is going to be heavy.
Yeah. Well,
but this is ugly. Dallas did this one for me today, and with great reluctance, really. It's not a very difficult, it's not a very easy thing to cast because all the tapers are the wrong way around.
Yeah.
You see, this tapers this way, and this tapers this way. So you can't put a parting line in it so that the bits will come apart or come out of the sound afterwards.
Yeah.
So I'm printing one with separate legs. I've already printed one with separate legs, and that's what we used. It's just got legs like this that I don't know what I did with the other bit. No idea. But the legs just slot in. So you can lift the middle out and then these pull out. But there's no taper on them. And there's nothing to get hold of them. And when we put them in the mold, we discovered there's no clearance. So they don't come out past each other particularly well.
Right.
So ended up with this, which is sort of all right, but it's sort of not much good either. And I reckon it'll get thrown back because there's breakout in the sand here.
What does that actually do? Does it do anything?
Well, the steam comes through the bottom.
Top part.
And it supports the bell. So
basically
it's a spider that supports the bell and lets the steam through here.
Yes, I'm with you now. Yeah.
and also supports the reed plate on top.
Did I sent you that drawing I got
Yes,
of
I've got drawings. Yes.
Yep.
You said
Okay.
drawings. Thank you.
Yep.
So I think we're just going to make this and machine it up and TIG braze it or silver solder that one in place too.
Yep.
And
G'day.
that's the easy bit.
G'day, Fatimus. Thanks for being here. It's AJ actually, but thanks AJ for being here, mate. Appreciate it.
We've done some maths on this Dan's query about it sounding good on 40 psi. I don't think it would be a problem because the reed gap here is only 1/16 of an inch wide, and this is 17 inches circumference. So it's only 1 1/8 inches square inches. So 1 1/8 square inches. The actual reed gap. So there's not a whole lot of steam escape.
Yeah.
Another one.
Right, here's one I prepared earlier.
That's a nice looking whistle. You want to be careful putting that up here. Someone will offer to buy it for you.
Yeah, no, it's not for sale, unfortunately. That got given to me.
It's not for sale, that one.
No. Look, I've worked long and hard to
get throw your money away on stuff you don't need.
Well, I can use it on my engine, so this is
that'd be nice, and that'd be very nice on that.
This is just a single tone whistle.
Have you tried it out?
Yeah. The story is I got it. Got it from some people who were working for us at the time, as in the company I work for now, and this came off a factory in Brisbane. So it was the Smoko start-stop whistle, start work whistle, all that sort of thing. And these
sound.
Sorry,
Dan says how much?
Yeah, have you watched The Castle, Dan? Maybe you should go back and watch The Castle. There's your answer.
Tell him he's dreaming.
Look, these are easy to make. Seriously.
Yeah, that one's pretty.
If you want a set of plans to make a whistle,
we got enough of them.
Yeah, I can send you.
I just want a chime whistle that you can hear from town.
Right. So this, where my finger is, that gap, that's the reed gap you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and every whistle.
The noise-making part.
Yes, that's what determines the sound.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But the tone, for most people who don't know, the tone is determined by the length of this. Mm-hmm. Shorter it is, the higher the pitch. Longer it is, the deeper it is. That's how they work. And the one you're making has chambers, so which are in various lengths. So that's makes a beautiful chime.
Chimes, hopefully.
Is that 5 chimes in there?
Yeah, 5. 5 chimes. Hopefully it makes a nice sound. I think there's only one way to find out at this point.
Yeah.
Get in with the Dremel afterwards to alter it.
Well, if everything goes according to plan,
it's a proper design from the Great Northern Railway. So if everything goes according to plan, it should work. But the thing's going to.
When has that ever happened with the steam engine?
Oh, don't say that.
I hear the word fettling quite often in these steam things.
Yeah, but some people just like to fettle for no reason.
Yes, I've been
Trust me.
Castings tonight.
Yeah,
that'll be me.
When you get new bits that look like this,
yeah,
they need a bit of that. That one's going to go back.
Yeah, fair enough. That's right.
So we put some.
That's the only good part about it is you can remelt it if it doesn't work.
Some 5mm steel nuts inside the plastic when we printed them on the one I'm printing at the moment, so that these pieces can be drawn out with a magnet.
Yep.
And this piece as well, so you can lift the top out with a magnet without disturbing too much. And these have got some tape on them, so once they come out a little bit, they should come out properly. So hopefully that'll help make Dallas a little bit happy.
Yeah.
Because it's a horrid thing.
Of course, casting, it's the easy part. Then you've got to weld it all together.
No,
Oh,
casting
no.
it's a hard bit.
Sorry, braze.
Welding, brazing, and no, that's easy.
So there's no taper at all on this. And this is
Mhm.
proving almost impossible to mould.
You could just about get away with using a piece of pipe for that.
Well, if you afford a bit of brass tubing that size, that'd be great.
Yeah, well, which way
Does
do you
it
want
have
to
to
go?
be brass, though?
It probably doesn't, except it's got a weld on this, which is brass.
I mean, if you want to do proof of concept, you could make it out of steel.
You could, yes.
Yeah.
If I made it out of steel, though, it's going to end up full of water and it's going to rust out.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And generally speaking, whistles were made out of brass.
Where's the fun in that?
Yeah.
I mean, this gives Dan an excuse to get up on the roof and
Fall off again?
and polish things, which is his two favourite things.
So we've got
Probably should
Roger
have started
the
off
pirate.
easy with a bell.
No, the bell's not the easy bit. The bell's the challenge. We'll get this done and then we'll think about the bell. But
Yeah.
I think Dallas has got it worked out.
Forget the bell. If you want a bell, you might as well have an American
Go with
engine.
tubular
bloody-
bells.
The
Yeah,
whistle
well,
bell, though, is
Yeah.
a bit of a challenge. Anyway.
yeah, you're right, Dan. Brass does give it that beautiful tone, that's for sure. But whatever you need me to do, Emma, I'm happy to help you out with that.
Well, we
didn't-
better make two of them.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're right, Bill.
You need a steady
Proof of
supply of
concept could be
brass.
done with. Well, Bill's saying, proof of concept could be done with plumbing joints. Yeah,
Well, it could be, yeah.
yeah, that's for sure. But so it's what we're doing or what Emma is doing is nothing new. It's not sort of rocket science where we're trying to catch a booster with a set of chopsticks, which they've done successfully.
So a bit of brass tube or a bit of solid brass hollow or something to make that out of is going to cost $250.
What measurements?
Big. 6 3/8.
Oh, right, right.
6 3/8 overall, and
Right. One day, G will have a shed like the real bigwigs. Well, that's where you're going to be doing your cooking shows, G.
yeah, that'd be awesome. You could do an invitational cooking show at Dan's shed.
Yeah, yeah.
We've got a stove and all.
Well, as long I'm
Fire,
sure.
we've got fires.
Yeah, well, I'm sure G would be interested, but somebody'd have to pay his travel up from South Australia. That's all.
Oh, you just start driving and you get there eventually. Speaking of cooking shows, it's Dan's birthday on Saturday, I believe. Am I supposed to say that? Yeah,
I
it's
don't
Dan's
know.
birthday on Saturday, and we're having drinks at his place Saturday night. And we're going to steam the roller and move it in under the shed, which is a bit of a milestone. So anyone who wants to come to Grafton on Saturday, hit us up.
Right.
But there will be cooking, but I'm probably
Dan-
going to be the one doing it. So it's experimental.
Dan, was that the one loading the steam loco onto the truck, driving it on? The one I sent? And
Well, that used to be fairly common. I've seen that before.
Yeah, Dan says, yeah, come for a run. Oh, Peter's gone. Yeah, happy birthday, Dan. Hope you
I
have
think
many
he's a big
returns.
40.
Well, there is another one I haven't, where they're actually, it's somewhere in South America or something like that, and they're doing the same thing. They're putting a loco on like a truck or a semi low loader, but yet they reverse it up. You know, they go at it, and of course all the water runs to the front of the boiler, and they get it on there, but just the way, you know, it just seems so rough and tumble. But they done it, and if I've shared it a bunch of times, if I find it, I'll have to share it again because it's an absolute cracker to watch. And you think, my God, you know, and yet, yeah. So what some people take for granted uh, is. You know, what some people would go, oh my God, you can't do that. What if something goes wrong? You know, but if a ramp is long enough, there's no reason why it can't be loaded on. Hello, I thought I heard Pete.
No, he's disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That'd be always a bit afraid of stopping and running it over the top. That's where I'd be with it. It's bad enough loading a roller on a low loader.
Well, that's
something that fills us with dread.
Well,
not so much. It's a lot hard. It's getting the nerve up's the hard bit. It's not difficult once you've got there.
Oh, Pete's back again. Welcome back, Pete.
Did he go somewhere?
Yeah. No, it's no different to putting machines on floats and things like that. I've put dump trucks on floats and, you know, other machines. As long as you got everything right, you know, you do it slowly and it works fine.
I remember seeing someone at a public works department in Tasmania back in the 80s loading a Jake's crane over the side of a drop deck float.
Yep.
That was probably ancient as well, and that didn't end as well as it could have.
Mm.
There was a lot of Chihuahua Jacks involved the day after, I think.
Yeah. Look, I'm not saying I'm an expert at it or anything like that, but you got to take everything in consideration. You know, if you can.
It's also a lot easier if it's someone else's roller. That's another.
Yeah. But ideally, you should have ramps that you can back up to, or make the slope as less as possible. You know,
or where we load, we can get sort of the ramps are pretty well horizontal. So
yeah,
that's not terrible. But
you got a winch to winch it on with, or winch it off with, or
usually we drive it on.
Yep.
Which isn't it? It's not really a hardship. Just got to be careful to drop the fire so that it doesn't flare up on the way, and you haven't got to stop and damp it down again halfway.
Yeah. Right.
So that's all that's happening in my life.
Yeah.
And your the rolls, the bearings don't look terrible. How much wears in the bearings?
Enough to, well, when you pick it up with the forklift, they're going like this.
How much they move?
A lot.
Like ½ inch or 10 mil or 3 mil? Or...
About ½ inch or more.
Oh, okay, that's enough to replace them.
Yeah.
I'd be looking for a bit of cheap BB1 bronze or something, the right size of hollow bit.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't buy it brand new because it's going to hurt.
Yeah. Well, the steel's not the problem. I think I've already got the steel, so that's good.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think you can turn it down because it's still got to fit the ends, isn't it?
That's right. That's what I talked about before. And even even the top bits are worn as well. So just, there's no cracks in it so far. I did the crack testing a couple of weeks ago, and no problems whatsoever. It's just, with this far down, and I'm just going to bite the bullet and do it. There's no point.
Now I saw the dates on your front rolls.
Yes.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say I've never ever looked, but I'm reasonably sure that I've never seen them on my roller.
Do you think it's a casting date?
Well, it feels like this is sort of in the right time period, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
I'm not sure mine have got it. I know I've got Fowler rolls in the front of mine, but I've got no idea. It'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, well, maybe it's something you can have a look at next time you're down.
Might on a Saturday. We might get under there and have a look.
Yeah, but I haven't seen it. The funny thing is, I haven't seen it on anything else yet. But now I know it's there. It's something I'll go looking for.
I don't know. It seems a bit strange to just have a random date because I've never heard about it before.
Yeah. Well, that's why I asked around. So I thought somebody else may have seen it. Bill's out of beer.
Yeah, I don't know whether he's going to go Kylie or whether he's going to go Kylie.
What does that mean?
Well, I don't know. Sort of, she's fairly famous for.
Nope, Pete's gone again. Or is he back again?
A particular style of shorts, Bill, that probably match the fishnets with the bows on the back.
Yeah, right.
That we were talking about before.
Yeah.
So anyway, enjoy. However it works out.
Yeah. Well, I think we've just cracked the hour mark, so I think we might wrap it up at that.
I wasn't expecting to be here.
Yeah, I didn't expect.
Dan said that he would join in next week.
Okay, righto. That'd be great.
Yeah, just don't make him laugh.
I've heard that before.
I'll try and be a little bit more organised next week, and actually maybe do some stuff on camera, like do some lathe work or something like that. I've been real lazy. I need to get some stuff done. So,
yeah.
Anyway, you guys just hang on there, and I'll say thank you everyone for tuning in and watching. If you're, we'll have another. We'll go live again next week. Usual time, same time. Dan says be warned. It'll be good to have a few other people on here. Probably do the same. I'll go for about a half an hour, 45 minutes. Then I'll put the invite up and go from there. But anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in. Appreciate the support. Really do. We'll see you next week. Take care of yourself. Look after each other. Bye for now. Whistle.